serious question because women just went from saying they rather pick a bear over a man. So why the hell would men approach you or even look in your direction? But not only that, so many women have taught men over the years that all men are so the good men of the world gave up. And it's so funny because women will constantly say that men don't listen, but now that men are listening, y'all are wondering where the good guys are at, why they don't approach you anymore, and why men are just simply not interested. And why the would they be interested? They don't know if they're going to be the next subject of all men are trash content on social media. They don't know if they're going to be accused of doing something they didn't do. They don't know if they're going to be used for dates. They don't know if they're going to be manipulated and then called a narcissist. And in this particular video, she's also asking why didn't they approach her because she looks the way that she looks. But the bottom line is most women are basic. There's nothing special to them. We all look the freaking same. So yeah, you actually have to come with more than just your looks. You actually need a personality nowadays too. Goodbye.
So it's been brought to my attention that men no longer want to come up to women anymore due to allegations, women being just so rude and disrespectful and rejection. I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know men didn't want to come up to women anymore. I'm barely finding this out.
And what you're seeing from a lot of these men, the men that women are calling or hoping to be chivalrous, the very men that they're saying, oh, he's not chivalrous, he's not a good man, he's not a gentleman. You don't know what you're talking about, quite frankly. A lot of brothers still know how to, be thoughtful, plan, and do all of these other things. It's just, first of all, you're disrespectful. Second of all, you're not really putting out anything that would make that man want to really get to know you. There ain't nothing to get to know. You're acting like a loser.
When I hear most women say they want a provider, it just sounds like you just want a nigga to pay your bills.
Well, that's just being a user.
Okay.
I feel like every woman should still have her own. Okay. Like you should still have like your own, whether you're an entrepreneur. Mm-hmm. Like show them that you have your own brand. That don't necessarily mean like a brand with, makeup or clothing, but have your own thing going for yourself. Don't be, just thinking you're gonna be laying in a hammock being fed grapes.
Okay.
Bring something to the table in the sense of you being the table, the woman is the table, but you should still bring something in the equation so he can feel like you're not just there to use him. Like, I don't rock with that.
Look, I can tell you something about that most people honestly never figure out until it's too late. And I'm not talking about some Dave Ramsey cut up your cards type speech. I'm really talking about understanding how this thing actually works so you can stop getting played by it. Not really a financial advisor or anything. Just do have an MBA, but, just got, family and friends. Myself got buried under debt and I thought I was doing the right thing. And even, like I said, family and friends, trying to help them out, and they were getting buried by debt. So after learning and a few experiences, I'm just trying to share that with everybody else, right? So a lot of people get buried under debt they thought was helping, honestly and truly helping them. They look like they made it. And, like I said, I made some mistakes myself with this. So I'm not really up here trying to preach from some clean record. I just learned the difference between debt and I think we have to look at how draining dating has become. We have to look at, the reason, or another reason that men are checking out of dating is because, dating has started to feel, for a lot of men, it's a little bit more, a lot more draining. You're not really hopeful like you used to be. It's more draining than it is exciting. You have, dang, can't believe I'm gonna say this. You don't really have anything to look forward to, right? I'm so excited to take this lady out. It's gonna be a great time. Even if it ends up being bad, there's still excitement in there because it's like, man, I got out and I'm out here just moving and grooving. It's not really like that for a lot of men. And so that's another reason that they kind of check out.
I don't believe that women are taught how to treat men, right? I think, and I don't think
That's a fact.
I don't think all men are good at treating women how they should be treated, but we're still more aware of how women are supposed to be treated. Whether we sign on to that or not, you're supposed to treat a woman with respect. You talk to her this way. Like some niggas be like, man, fuck that. Like, but we're still more aware. I think
100%.
Men are taught how to treat women, and women are taught how to be treated.
Yep.
And then you got.
I said this on my last episode.
You know what I'm saying? And
I
then you
literally
got men
said
like,
this. Yeah.
Hold up.
Yep.
Men are a specific thing. We are a creature.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and so it's worth putting more of that into the conversation, because
Very real.
It just raises awareness on the part of the woman, like on how to create balance. You know.
On today's episode of the Male Loneliness Epidemic, I present to you this post from Realtor.com. Single women are buying more homes than single men. Let's see the comments. Need a home because most rentals don't allow cats. Repeal the 19th. They can have all the houses they want, and I promise you most of them will never be happy because nothing would ever satisfy most women, singular. Yeah, I can see why you think that. Oh, paying well, I see. Ladies, it's not a flex that you bought a house on your own without a man and without divorcing. Men are not attracted to that. What you should have done when your sexual market value is at its absolute highest between the ages of 18 and 24, find a high status, high value man to take you seriously and to allow you to birth his children. That's what you should have done. You can cope all you want by not having a husband or kids, but you know dang well that you would be much happier if you had those things.
You know, a lot of times these men, my God, they have to audition for no reason. Not doing it. Why do I have to audition for you? Why do I have to prove myself to you? But you never have to prove yourself to me. I mean, God dog, y'all want men to be leaders, but then you let them get all the way down the street and you never even give him any support. What CEO, what boss in what company is going to be like, yeah, I'm going to carry this entire company on my back the entire way, and say, you know what, I don't need no help. I don't want no support. Which one? Nobody. Give that man some help.
God created man for one purpose, and that's to serve. Men today are looking to be served. They're looking for a mother. They're looking for a girlfriend who's going to look up at them and bat her eyes.
Yes.
Who's going to look a certain way so they get, as they walk around, the guys are like, man, you got a good one. Their dating practice is all about what can I get?
Right.
And girls aren't looking for that. It's all about getting out of your car, walking up to the door, speaking to her father with respect, and then treating her like a lady and taking her out and listening to her when she talks.
Yes.
Okay? It's men have lost their purpose of service. We are here to serve. We are here to provide. We are here to protect. We are here to teach. We are here to lead. That's what we're here for. We're not here for ourselves.
Men don't go after women anymore nowadays, and part of the reason is that it's just become so hard because we women have become so demanding. Not that long ago, a marriage was seen as an economical agreement, and the husband was expected to provide for his family and to protect his family. But in those days, we women were still financially dependent on men. But now that we make our own money, we don't just want a husband to be a provider or to protect us, but we want a husband who can really understand us, who can feel us emotionally, and who can help in the household, and wait a minute, who can also be a very good father to our kids. But it's not just because we're financially independent that we have these expectations. It's also that society, the way it's set up, has changed completely. We used to live in a society in which we had a whole support system around us. We would have barbecues with the neighbor on the corner every Sunday. We would drink coffees with our neighbor every morning, and we would discuss our problems. But nowadays, because we also work, we live way more isolated, and the time we have off, we spend more and more with this one person who's our husband. And what that looks like in reality is that we sit on the sofa at night and we watch TV together. We look at rom-coms in which the man goes through and back to win a woman's heart. So besides the fact that practically seen we expect more from our men, our brains are also fed with all these fantasies about how relationships should and could be. And men have stopped to go after women because they freak out with the thought that they have to deliver all these things that women expect nowadays.
And men, you have to understand that men work off of respect, right? So if I'm seeing, hey, why is he not, really chasing me and begging for me? And I want him to really, really want me and love me and all that stuff. I get it. But, if a man is getting out there chasing, you think about being in the middle of nowhere, just chasing. And at some point in time, you're going to be like, what am I doing running? What are we running for? What am I running for? Is there danger? Like, what's the situation? And that's what's happening. Men have stopped and started questioning why they're actually chasing. What am I running for? Who am I running after? Who am I running away from? And when you see men stop and start to do that analysis, now it gets clarity on, well, what the heck? Why am I going in this direction? Ain't nothing over here for me. And that's when you stay over there and you sit over there like, oh man, he just quit chasing me. Because he stopped running and he started thinking. And once he started thinking, he got some mental clarity and was like, oh, she wasted my time. Let me go run in the next. Let me go run in the other direction towards my goals, towards my vision, toward my aspiration. Let me go back that way. Let me find somebody back that way that actually likes me. That's why you're missing out on these good guys.
Excuse me, you guys. What is the most beautiful thing about a black woman?
Her smartness, her
intellect.
Her hard working, being a hard worker.
A hard worker.
Being able to take over even when a man is not there. Not needing a man. Her confidence. That's the best part.
So
once again, if I'm not mistaken, I believe my question was, what is the most beautiful thing about a black woman? How did we go from that to talking about men? It's crazy how a lot of them hate men, and where is that coming from? Comment section, what do you guys think?
Not needing a man. Her confidence. That's the best part.
So do you think black women don't need men today?
Yes.
Why do you think?
But it is, it's a man and woman word. You can't be happy like that without a man or a woman, but you can still take care of yourself without a man or a woman though.
But like all in all, black women need men for them to progress, or you don't think so?
Absolutely not. Like a man don't need a woman to progress. You can progress on your own.
That's not the same though, is it?
Number one is that you need to be making at least $130K a year, and you need to have at least 2 side hustles. If you cannot make $130K or more, then you are out of my league. How do you expect to give me money for my kids if you only make $50K a year? You have to have at least 3 cars under your name. Your second car has to have 8 seats because I have 3 kids. Oh, I want them to be comfortable whenever we go with you on a trip or something. You want me to come with you? I'm gonna bring my kids, and you need to have enough space for my kids. So that's why I require you to have an SUV and a vehicle of your own if you're gonna be dating me. Another requirement is that you have to have a property under your name, and you have to be looking into getting your second property. Have to get a home that has 6 rooms because each of my kids have to be in their own room.
I really wish I wasn't the first one to say this, but this is delusional. This is exactly what men are talking about when they want to know what a woman brings to the table. Because what does this woman bring except for financial burden? But not only that, but it is very clear that she will be an emotional burden because she is labeling these things as expectations. She expects all of them. They are requirements. Because even if she met a man and got into a relationship with someone that was willing to give her all of these things, which we all know she won't, he would not be appreciated. He would have to continue to do these things over and over and over again. And then once he finally broke, guess who's taking half of his stuff? This is why in today's day and age, no man is going to settle for this.
The more masculine he is, the more controlling he's going to be. This doesn't mean he's going to be insecure. It means he's going to look to protect you, meaning that the things that you do are going to be something he pays attention to because he wants to make sure that it's for your best interest. And now, do you trust him? If you don't trust him, you're going to call him controlling and you're going to put a projection on it that he's entitled and wants to hurt you. But remember, he's the person that wants to protect you and give you everything. So don't think that that's not a valuable characteristic. consider where that person's coming from. Are they doing it to hide from themselves, or are they doing it for your best interest? If you trust them and you feel that the intention deep down is for your own well-being, then maybe listen.
The greatest threat to women is men. If men as a group were inherently harmful, then there would be no men defending women from other men.
Yeah, you know, like,
have you heard of a
men get a lot of flack, but I think when it comes to acts of bravery, acts of heroism, men are very much overrepresented there. When you see some like natural disaster, you look at the flooding that happened in Texas, it's a man carrying some old grandma. It's a man going into the rushing waters and grabbing a dog, or a man saving kids, or a man saving women. You need to balance your like, men are so horrible in all these ways. What about male bravery? What about male courage? What about I don't know why you're lying. Like almost all the vast majority of acts of bravery and courage and life-saving and emergency saving, it's men. Where's the gratitude there? What about just the plumbers? I mean, literally, no pun intended, would hit the fan if we didn't have people, it's almost men, who do the dirty, dangerous, gross, hazardous jobs. When it's snowstorming and there's a catastrophic breakdown in the power grid failure or utility pole collapses or whatever, it's not some 5'2" woman going out at 3 a.m. in the snow, in the rain, in the hazard. It's a man who's going to get that back on. And there's a complete lack of gratefulness for the sacrifices men make and how men really, you don't like to hear it. I get it. You don't like to hear it.
Most men are suffering in silence.
Dude, you ain't gotta push up. No, bro. You tripping, dog. Dude, you tripping, dog. Watch out. Why you up, man? Dude, no. No. Why are you pushing me? Bro, you didn't ding my dang laptop. Wow. What? Really, nigga? Ain't the move, bro. Dude, now don't be pushing up on me. Why? I'll pop you with this hammer. Why would you do that, though? That's what I'm saying. Bruh, what is wrong with you? Watch out! What is he? Every time look like, remember when I did the thing? Bro, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Babe. Alright.
We have made it so difficult for men to get women, and everyone, both sexes, are suffering as a result. The solution to the dating crisis is actually pretty simple, not easy, and it involves two things. 1, women need to be able to see the same men repeatedly, and 2, men need to be able to demonstrate some form of competence in front of women. The problem is, we've destroyed a lot of the places where this used to happen naturally, and the rest of the places we've mostly made it socially unacceptable to do. It's why dating apps aren't working out that well for women. They need places where they can warm up to a guy, otherwise they'll just swipe through and pick the tallest, richest one and call it a day and wonder why they're miserable in a couple years. And men need to be able to show off something other than just being tall and hot, which is basically all dating apps allow you to show. So if you have any other skill or ability or way to stand out, good luck. There's a reason that high school boys carry a lot of chairs at church youth group. There's a reason that a guy scoring a touchdown or doing a sick guitar solo is rarely alone later in the night. He's able to invent his attractiveness. He's able to say, hey, I'm top dog in this domain. Meanwhile, apps have narrowed the domains that you can succeed in, basically attractiveness, height, and to the degree that you can signal it wealth. But here's where my issue is. We have societally made it pretty unacceptable for men to ask women out at basically all of the places where women see men frequently and where men can demonstrate any kind of flex. Like, everyone loves Jim and Pam in the millennial generation, but they actually hate office romance. And Gen Z is very much following in their footsteps. Now, there are still some environments where this is possible, but they're very much environments that you have to actively opt into. Social dancing, run clubs, volunteer work, church groups, political campaigns. And to be clear, I think these things are all good and you should opt into them, but we have to also recognize that societally we're starting to handicap ourselves by narrowing the number of places where you can socially acceptably ask someone out, because it's gotten so narrow that now only dating apps fit the bill.
Friends with benefits. Sounds like a great deal, right? No strings attached, no commitment, just fun whenever you want it. But let me tell you the truth. It is a trap, especially for men who think they're getting easy sex without the drama. Here's what actually happens. One person catches feelings, almost always the woman, and when you don't want the same thing, it blows up. She gets hurt, you get blamed, and the friendship is dead. Or worse, You're the one catching feelings while she's just using you for attention and occasional sex. You became her emotional tampon and a backup plan while she keeps looking for something better. Either way, somebody loses. Real attraction does not live in this gray area. Women want a man who leads, who chooses her fully, or walks away with strength. Not a half in, half out situation that keeps her in limbo. And men, you're selling yourself short. You're training yourself to settle for scraps instead of building something real with a woman who actually respects and desires you. If you're sleeping with her, be honest. Do you want her or not? Step up and lead or cut it off clean. Stop hiding behind the friends with benefits phrase because you're scared of real commitment or real rejection. And remember, weak choices create weak results.
You said men should pay on first dates, men should be chivalrous. You said you want to keep your last name or hyphenate in marriage?
I would say I'd keep my last name, probably.
I don't know if it's different in Russia culturally. Like, do women keep their last names?
No, we don't. I mean, we're not.
So you're just like a feminist, modern
My
woman.
mom.
I think in society, what we see happening frequently is you have a lot of women who want the benefits of traditional chivalrous culture or treatment, but you guys don't want to do anything traditional. So men should be traditional, women should be modern. The man should provide, the man should protect, the man should pay for dates, the man should be chivalrous, the man should do XYZ, but I don't do anything. I won't take his last name. I won't be submissive. I'll wear the pants. I'll call the shots. It seems like a raw deal for men.
I seen a female say, when are the men gonna start acting like men? When are y'all gonna start acting like women? Y'all talk like Beanie Siegel, Jada Kiss, and Boosie Badass. Y'all smoke like my Chief Keef and Snoop Dogg, blowing Zao on camera on y'all stories. Y'all drive like Vin Diesel. Y'all don't cook. Victoria's Secret is going out of business. You is going to sleep in funeral RIP shirts. When are the women going to act like the women? I felt like I've been dealing with. Like, when are y'all going to start acting like, I understand do be bugging, but when are y'all going to, y'all drink like construction workers. Y'all act like blue-collared workers. But y'all complaining about men? You can't even call these fine shit cute adorable. These don't even be adorable no more. These bitch, you gotta call these handsome.
Ugly women have so much privilege that people don't talk about, because when you're a beautiful girl, she attracts far more jealousy and animosity. People want to make negative assumptions about her. Whereas unattractive women, people don't make negative assumptions about them. They don't assume they're a liar. They don't assume that they're narcissists. They don't assume. And other women support unattractive women so much more. So I'll see someone like super, super overweight and she'll be trying on a dress on TikTok and she's like, guys, what do you think? It will be endless. Queen, you look amazing. Now you take a beautiful woman who posts like that. Not only will they not respond to it, they get furious if they see their partner responding to it in any way, shape or form. So they don't truly support women. They only support the women they're not threatened by. So your husband is not required to stay attracted to you just because you're married. Marriage does not equal attraction. Effort does. And so many women have stopped putting effort in. So many women have stopped trying for the name of kids, life, busyness, and women have stopped meeting their needs. And it is so very common for a woman's need to go to the back burner, right? Like we put everybody else's needs in front of ours. And let's be honest, women wear 20 different hats: mom, wife, maid, chauffeur, therapist. And we show up for everybody else before we even think about showing up for ourselves. And that absolutely translates into your physique.
How old are you?
I'm 29.
Are you single?
Yes.
Why are you single right now?
Because the men are not enough rich to take care of me.
So you're looking for a rich man?
Yes. Yes, I want to be spoiled.
Why does he have to be rich?
Because I want to be spoiled. Because I make my own money and I need to be dominated.
So you couldn't dominate the man who you were out earning?
I'm submissive. No, I cannot.
So the man that you want What do you expect from him financially?
I expect him to change my life and, I don't know, take care of me, give me security.
He has to pay for everything.
Yes.
Take you on trips.
Yes, of course.
Whatever you want, it doesn't matter the cost. He should be able to get it.
Yes, exactly.
But you're 29 now.
Yes.
Do you think that if you met a multimillionaire in Miami, that he's going to say, yeah, I'll give that to her? Or is he going to give it to the 23-year-old girl?
I look young, I look fresh, I don't smoke, I don't drink, so I think I look 23.
Okay.
Do you?
That question's up for debate. But he gives you that, right? How do you support that multimillionaire in his life?
Just me.
Just you?
Yes.
But what do you bring?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Yeah. It's hard to be a woman today, so, and we get down, so.
If you're a Christian man, please listen to this. I want to teach you something called my box theory. Okay? Here's a box. And every time you talk to a girl that you show interest to, slide into a DM, ask her for her phone number, start talking to her like more than a few days in a row, you ask her on a date, I think I already said that. Consider that you opening a box, okay? You're interested in looking in the box. You don't know if you want to date her. That's okay. You don't need to know, but you're curious, okay? But after you've decided, if you've decided that you no longer want to carry it on, a really respectful thing to do is be like, hey, I really enjoyed getting to know you, but I just want to be like clear, like I just want to like be friends. Or hey, I love going on this date. I just want to move forward as friends. Close the box, okay? Otherwise, you literally have all these open boxes. You are the one who gets to control, like, are we moving forward? Are we not? You need to close that box. Otherwise, it's just very confusing as a woman. I've learned as a woman to literally have no expectations because there's tons of guys will open boxes. They'll look in and they'll just leave it open. Just freaking close the box, please, okay?
I just saw a girl turn down a guy like 4 times, and then he went across the bar and got another girl, and she got jealous and mad and started pursuing him and trying to sabotage him and the other girl he was talking to. What?
You know, attention is a drug. She just wanted that man to chase her down, to feel that he really wanted her. Like, I don't understand why y'all think a man is supposed to continue to beg you just to get your number. Like, that's not how it works. You said you was not interested. Now, if he would have been begging her, then she would have been like, oh, he harassing me. He bothered me. He's crazy. He's desperate. All of those things. But because he moved on to the next person, here you come harassing him because he didn't harass you, which is ass backwards. But that's how a lot of women is. They want to feel overly important to somebody. Like, you're not the only woman in the bar that he's attracted to, but you're the one he chose to come to first. But you said no. Okay, so be it. Let me go about my business. People not trying to force people to be with them. Like, you never force nobody to try to talk to you because you wanted to talk to them. It's too many fish in the sea, baby.
It's just so minimal to me what he does for her. A birthday, flower, dinner's a gift. Anniversary, flowers, dinner's gift. Like, it's the same over and over and over and over again. Is it and I'm like, girl, you deserve better. There's over 70 luxury resorts in the United States alone. Even if he just took you to one a year, it would take y'all a lifetime. Literally. You should not just be at home all the time when y'all doing big celebrations like this. Like, I feel like you're just accepting, yo. And this is what pisses me off so much about it, is that whenever she's talking about him and stuff that he does, it's always spectacular. But when she talks about stuff that he does for her, like, yes, it's nice, but it's not spectacular in comparison to what he does for himself. I'm like, girl, this man does not like you. He's with you. You're integrated into his life. Yeah, he may say he loves you, but he does not like you. Okay, for his birthday, this video getting a little long, so I'm gonna do part 2.
Yeah, he loves you, but he does not like you. And I don't know if I can process that. But anyways, is this your marriage? Is this your marriage? Do you know what conversation they're having? Do you know if she was the one who requested that? You don't know. How are you going to be more mad than her? She's probably happy with whatever she's getting, and you're over here being mad. I would have ended the friendship with you too. Because you chat too much. It's not your marriage. Shut the up and move on.
I get asked all the time, what's the hardest thing about being on your own for so long? And it's probably not what you think, actually. It's the small things. You get used to being on your own, but it's things like hugs, isn't it? We all love a hug. It's the decision making. And it's not that you want to, somebody to make decisions for you, because I really don't. It's just somebody to bounce ideas off. I've had to make every single decision on my own. Buying a house, everything to do with my son. Just absolutely everything, things to do with my business, with money. And like I say, just the arm around you every now and again, just to take the pressure off, isn't it? Coming in on your own, you can have had the best day, the best night. And you come in and you're in a fab mood, and you come in, you shut the door, the house is cold, and there's no one there to give you a hug. Yeah, that can be quite hard sometimes. And you know what, I've got loads of good friends, but it's just not the same, is it? That person to do life with. That sounds like a big thing, actually, to do life with. But it is the small things. It's that little bit of reassurance. Yeah, I think that's it, really. So what do you think the hardest thing is about being on your own? Being single, not being in a relationship, whatever you want to call it. What is the hardest thing for you?
And what you're seeing from a lot of these guys is they're more selective in the time that they give to people. Their family, friends, all of that's golden, because those are people usually that have invested in them, that have shown them love, that have been with them, that have, ride or die. That's my boy. Hey, I got a homegirl. You know what I mean? Those are the people that have shown them love, that have talked to them, that have counseled with them, that have supported them. Those are the type of people that have their back. They are there, loud, every time you need them. Hey man, I'm here to support you. Not only with my resources, money, finances, you got my voice too. You need me to speak up for you on your behalf. You need some of these brothers out there. They'll get out there and rumble with you, man. I ain't condoning nothing now. I ain't condoning. I'm just saying they get out there and rumble with you a little bit. Okay, so they'll do that. But for modern women, you don't get those same perks because you don't say. First of all, you don't reciprocate. Second of all, you don't show that same type of loyalty back. I'm not going to get anything back from you. So you're not going to get those perks from me at all.